Yeah, welcome to Cappuccino Talk. What's up, guys? So, that was a weird intro, but I'm gonna run with it. I want to talk to you about something. I have an idea in my mind of what I want to talk about, and then I talking about that idea for 30 seconds. So I want to express I don't know what the right word for this is, but I'm appreciative that I live in Canada at this moment. And I'm appreciative that, I know in North America is first world, and, I really don't like the term when people say first world problems, because I know it's like talking about a very specific subset of things that people really shouldn't be complaining about. That's really what it means, but the implication is that, oh, we're good, but what are you worried about? We're in a first world country, and I disagree with those implications. So that's how it implies to me. It's not like that's what it means, because I know that's not what it means, but that's kind of the undertones, or that's what, that it changes the way that you see first world countries based on a stupid phrase that people say, you know what I mean? And so I just disagree with that. What I wanted to talk about was just how appreciative I am that I pretty much just don't live in the States. There's a lot of horrible politicians, there's a lot of horrible elections going on. I know Brazil has had some issues with that. I know that the Philippines has had some issues. I know England has had some issues. Literally every country has issues, and that's fine. The thing that changes, the thing that's different with this, is that it's such a dramatic move from where it was. And what I mean by that is Hillary or Trump, if one of them gets in, what I equate that to in my mind is, if you're, in the medieval days, or I don't know what, but if you were to be executed for whatever reason, they would ask you sometimes, or you see it in the movies at least, they ask you, do you want a quick death or a slow death? And obviously people choose a quick death, because who wants a slow death? So that's how I see this. Trump is the quick death. Hillary is the slow death. Now, I have enough faith in human beings that I think we will level ourselves off over time. And how long that takes is the million-dollar question. But I believe that we will, because we have brains, and because we have logic, and because we have rationality. And the people who act on things that are not logic or rational, that aren't logical or rational, those people will soon become the minority. With the age that we're coming into, I don't know what it's called, like the information age or something, where everybody has pretty much unlimited access to so much more information than they had 10 years ago. With that will come I don't want to say enlightenment, but lack of ignorance. Because what the Republicans are doing right now, and what Hillary is doing right now, is they go on TV. They have a TV persona, like this idea that politicians are the same to the media that they are outside the media, even if you're literally the best politician in the world, and like, even if you're Bernie Sanders or something, right? And that's so biased towards Bernie Sanders, but I'm biased towards Bernie Sanders, so that's why it's biased towards Bernie Sanders. Like even the most even the best politician will change their demeanor in some way for TV, right? Whether it's just like anxiety that makes you do it, or whether it's a positive reason, like, oh, I really want to, okay, I need to meditate for 10 minutes beforehand and review my notes for 2 days beforehand, just so I know that I give the perfect speech, and that plays into it too. So I'm not saying that all politicians lie to the cameras for malicious reasons. No, I'm saying that when people go on camera, they generally are not the exact same person as who they are off camera. Just like when you go to your job, you're not the same person as when you go home at night. It's just like, I just need to set that groundwork. I know that's not a new concept, but I need to set that groundwork with where I'm going with this. So when people, and I'm talking about the general public, I'm not talking about the informed people who have access to this information, let alone can comprehend it. And I'm not giving myself a pat on the back, because I'm just learning this. I'm not speaking. I know a little bit more than some people about the specifics, but I'm not. I'm not on TV for a reason, right? So that's okay. But yeah, so everybody puts on a persona. Now, when the general public sees that, I got cut off. A family wanted to come enjoy the river, so I thought it'd be weird if I were to rant about Donald Trump in front of that family. So I left. Now I'm underneath the bridge. So yeah. So what was I talking about? I was talking about politicians, and they give a different persona on TV. So how politicians trick the general public, and how the media tricks the general public, is they go on TV. Oh, look at those motorcycles. You can hear them at least. Oh, I want a motorcycle so bad. So they go on TV and they say they have a preset thing. Like if their agenda is X, Y, and Z, then they go on TV and talk about X, Y, and Z. Now, that's standard politician stuff, right? So that's how it's always worked. That's how it should work. No problem with that. What I have a problem with is when they take money from a certain industry, and let's say that industry has a problem with public relations, or they're not very popular with the public for a certain reason, but they make a lot of money, and so they give campaign contributions to certain politicians, and those politicians defend and say that what the public thinks is not true, and that they are good people, and that, or either that, or the politician doesn't fight for their constituency, which is the public. In a democracy, the public.
Yeah, thanks for listening to another episode of Cappuccino Talk. Leave a comment down below. Disagree.